I do like this topic. Actually, I love it. And if that first sentence sounded stronger to you, you already understand why today matters. Hey everyone, welcome to Speak Like a Native. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Let's get into it. Wait, Maya, you just said, I do like this topic. I thought the correct way was just, I like this topic. Did you make a grammar mistake?
Not at all. And that question is exactly why we are here. In English, we often add do, does, or did before a base verb to emphasize something. It is completely correct and very natural.
So it is like turning up the volume on your feeling.
Exactly. When you say I like this topic, that is a simple fact. But when you say I do like this topic, you are saying maybe you thought I did not like it, but actually I like it a lot.
That makes so much sense. So it is not just a grammar filler.
No, it is a way to show contrast, certainty, or excitement. Let me give you a real life example. Imagine you are at a family dinner and your aunt says you don't like spicy food. You can answer, I do like spicy food, I just cannot eat too much tonight. That extra do tells her she had the wrong idea.
Oh, I have been saying I like spicy food in that situation my whole life. It felt weak, but I did not know why.
That's a great observation. For emphasis, we use do with I, you, we, and they. We use does with he, she, and it, and we use did for the past with every subject.
So I would say she does like coffee, not she does likes coffee.
Perfect. And that is one of the most common mistakes. The main verb after do, does, or did must stay in its base form. It does not change.
Why do learners add an S or ed after does or did?
Because they are used to putting the grammar on the main verb. In many languages, the verb carries the tense. But in English, once does or did shows the tense. The main verb can rest. So we say she does like it and he did call me.
So he did called me is wrong.
Yes, he did called me is a classic mistake. I hear it from Spanish speakers, Chinese speakers, and many others. If you say he did called me, a native speaker will understand you, but it sounds unnatural.
Okay, I'll remember. Did plus base verb never past tense.
And remember to stress the helper verb. In speaking, you say he did call me. That extra stress tells people this is important.
Oh, so the pronunciation matters as much as the grammar.
It does matter. Let us practice. Repeat after me silently in your mind. I do understand she does care. We did finish the project.
I do understand. She does care. We did finish the project.
Beautiful. Now try one with a little more emotion. Imagine your roommate says, you never clean. You say, I did clean the kitchen last night.
I did clean the kitchen last night.
Perfect. But now people will think you are having an argument with your roommate.
Well, that is the point, right? We use it when there is a misunderstanding or doubt.
Exactly. We also use it to agree strongly. If a friend says, this movie is too long and you loved it, you can say, it is long, but it does keep you interested. That does acknowledges their point, but adds your opinion.
So it can help you disagree politely.
Very true. Let us say someone asks, do you want to come to the gym? If you want to be polite but say no, you can say, I do want to come, but I have to work late. The do softens the refusal.
That is useful. I usually just say, sorry, I can't. Maybe that sounds too cold.
It can. Adding I do want to come shows you are not rejecting the idea, you just have a reason.
Wait, so do can make a yes sound stronger and a no sound warmer?
Exactly. That is why it is such a powerful little word. But here is a warning. Do not use it in every single sentence. If you say, I do brush my teeth every morning when no one asked, you sound defensive.
Got it. Only when there is a doubt, a contrast, or strong feeling.
Right. Now, before we move to the next pattern, tell me, can do be used in questions and negatives too?
Well, yes. We already say, do you like it? And I don't like it, but maybe there is a difference.
Good. In questions and negatives, do is just the normal auxiliary verb, no extra emphasis. But when we add do to a positive statement, that is emphatic. So I like it becomes I do like it.
So the same word does different jobs in English.
And that is why English is tricky but also efficient. The same do can ask a question, make a negative, or emphasize a positive. The context tells you which job it is doing.
I love that. Now, can we use did for past, but what about present perfect? Can we say I have did like it?
No. Have did is not possible. In present perfect, we say I have liked it. Do, does, and did for emphasis are only used with the base form in simple present and simple past.
So no have did, no did liked, and no does likes.
Exactly. Let's do one more common mistake before we move on. Many Chinese speakers want to translate 我很喜欢 directly and say I very like it.
Oh, I have heard that before.
In English, very cannot modify like that way. You can say I really like it or I do like it. The emphatic do is a perfect fix.
So if I feel the sentence is too plain, I can choose really or do.
And do often sounds a bit more direct or defensive, while really feels more casual. Both are useful.
What about Arabic speakers? Do they make a different mistake?
Yes, Arabic does not use an auxiliary do in the same way, so some Arabic speakers might just say I like it with a stronger voice. But in English, raising volume alone can sound a little aggressive. The grammar I do like it is what carries the emphasis.
So loud voice is not enough?
Not always. I do like it is clearer than shouting I like it because the stress falls on the helper. The helper does the job.
That's a really helpful way to think about it.
Let's hear another real example. Someone says, you don't exercise. You answer, I do exercise. I go running twice a week. That is clean and confident.
I do exercise. I go running twice a week.
Nice. And in the past, if someone says, you forgot to call the doctor, you say, I did call the doctor. The line was busy.
I did call the doctor. The line was busy.
Perfect. You are getting it.
So this is the first key point. Add do, does, or did before a base verb to emphasize a positive statement, especially when someone doubts you.
Exactly. And now here's the part that surprises most people. English also uses a completely different pattern to emphasize what you want. Instead of using do, we front load the sentence.
Front load? What does that mean?
Imagine a friend keeps offering you tea, but you want coffee. You could say, I want coffee. That is fine. But if you want to be really clear or a little dramatic, you say, what I really want is coffee.
Oh, I have heard that in movies. It sounds very expressive.
It is. The structure is what plus subject plus really plus verb plus is plus the focus. For example, what I really need is more sleep. What she really wants is a break.
So the thing you care about goes at the end, after is.
Yes. And because it is at the end, it gets natural stress. The listener remembers it. It is like saying, pay attention to this next part.
Can I say what I really want is coffee in a cafe?
You can, but in a cafe, a simple, can I get a coffee, is more natural. What I really want is coffee has a bit of drama or contrast. Maybe a friend asks, do you want tea or hot chocolate? And you answer, honestly, what I really want is coffee.
That works. It shows you thought about it and rejected the other options.
Exactly. You can also use it to show a priority. Imagine you are planning a trip with your partner. They want to visit museums. You might say, what I really want is to lie on the beach for 2 days.
Now they know your top priority.
Yes. And in a job interview, if they ask why you are leaving, you might say, what I really want is an opportunity to grow. That sounds thoughtful and professional.
That sounds much better than I want growth.
It does sound more natural because it frames your desire as a complete idea. Let me give you 2 more examples. At home, what I really need is 10 minutes of quiet. At work, what we really should discuss is the budget.
What we really should discuss is the budget. I like that.
Notice the verb can change. We can say, what I really want, what I really need, what I really should do, or what I really meant.
So it is flexible.
Very flexible. And in the past, we shift the verb. What I really wanted was to leave early. What he really meant was that he was tired.
Oh, I see. The is becomes was for past.
Right. The verb be matches the time frame. Now, here is a common mistake. Some learners say, what I really want is go home. That is incorrect. You need to What I really want is to go home.
Because go home after is needs to.
Yes. If the focus is a noun, you can say what I really want is a nap. If it is an action, you usually need to plus the base verb. So what I really want is to sleep.
What I really want is to sleep. That should be my life motto.
A very realistic motto. This mistake appears with Spanish speakers, Chinese speakers, and many others because they translate directly from their own structure.
I'll be careful with the two. Now can I combine both patterns? Like I do want to say that what I really want is.
You can, but that is a lot. Usually one emphasis tool is enough. If you stack them, you risk sounding too dramatic.
So less is more.
Yes, use do when someone doubts a fact. Use what I really want is when you want to highlight a priority or desire. Do not use both at the same time, unless you are acting in a soap opera.
Got it. So no drama overload.
Let us review with a quick story. Imagine you are at Starbucks. Your friend says, you don't like sweet drinks. You say, I do like sweet drinks, but today I want something cold. Then they ask, what do you want? You say, what I really want is an iced black tea.
That story uses both patterns naturally.
Exactly. One pattern shows contrast. The other pattern shows a clear choice. Together, they make your English sound intentional.
I need to practice that. Let me try another one. My friend says, you didn't watch the game. I say, I did watch the game. What I really want is for you to believe me.
That is dramatic, but grammatically correct. And honestly, very memorable.
At least I am learning.
You are doing great. Now let us talk about a few collocations and related uses, because do is also a main verb with many common expressions.
Like do the dishes or do homework.
Exactly. Do the dishes, do your best, do business, do someone a favor. These are main verb uses, and you can emphasize them too. I did do the dishes, or I did do my homework.
So if someone accuses me of forgetting, I can say I did do my homework.
Yes, that is a great real-life usage, especially for students. A parent says, you didn't do your homework. The student says, I did do my homework. The teacher collected it.
It works because the first did is the emphasis and the second do is the main verb.
Right. Some learners get confused by I did do. The first did is the helper. The second do is the main verb. It is correct.
It sounds strange at first, but it is powerful.
Now for what I really want is, you can also use it to be more polite in negotiations. Instead of give me more time, say what I really need is another week. That sounds professional and less pushy.
That is a good business tip.
Imagine you are emailing a client. Instead of, I want a discount, you could say, what we really need is a solution that fits our budget. This shifts the focus from demanding to problem solving.
That is much better. It sounds like a native speaker who knows how to communicate.
Exactly. And that is the goal of today's episode. We are not just learning grammar, we are learning how to sound natural, confident, and intentional.
This has been really helpful. I want to make sure I remember the key points.
Let us do a quick recap. Number 1, use do, does, or did, plus a base verb to emphasize a positive statement. Example, I do like it, she does try, we did finish.
Number 2, stress the helper verb when speaking. I do like it.
Exactly. Number 3, use what I really want is plus a noun or two, plus verb to highlight a priority. Example, what I really want is more time. What I really need is to rest.
Number 4, avoid does, likes, did, called, and what I really want is go home. These are common mistakes.
Perfect. If you remember those, you will sound noticeably more natural today.
Now I have one last question. Which is more common in everyday conversation? Do emphasis or what I really want is?
Do emphasis is more common because it works in almost any situation. What I really want is a bit more expressive and dramatic. You will hear it in personal conversations, interviews, and negotiations.
So if I want to sound natural, I should start with do emphasis.
Yes, start there. And when you need to be extra clear about a priority, pull out what I really want is.
Before we wrap up, if you are enjoying this episode and you want more tips for sounding like a native, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. It really helps us keep making episodes for you.
And while you are at it, leave us a comment. Tell us one thing you do love about learning English. Use the emphatic do. We will read them.
Yes, try it. It is like a mini practice session in the comments.
Today's rule: to add natural emphasis, do not just shout. Use do, does, or did, or front load with what I really want is. That instantly makes your English sound more intentional.
I do feel more confident already.
And I do believe you. Thanks for listening, and we will see you in the next episode.